Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to round number 2 of the 2015 NASCAR Xfinity Series we have here from the Atlanta Motorspeedway. Second race of the season. 33 laps racing for today's doubleheader at Atlanta. This weekend, the Xfinity drivers, the Camping World Truck Series drivers, and the Spring Cup Series drivers are all here at Atlanta. And today, the Xfinity Series will kick off the weekend with the second race of the year. On the front row are the number 54 of Denny Hamlin. He's on the pole in that Monster Energy Toyota. Alongside this, the number 2 of Brian Scott. Row 2, we have Kyle Larson in the 42 and the number 7 of Regan Smith. Then Kevin Harvick and Brad Keselowski in row 3. Brendan Gaughan, Chris Buescher, Darrell Wallace, and Chase Elliott will be the top 10 when we go green in just a couple of moments. Coming off one of his biggest weekends of his life, Ty Dillon kicked off the season winning the first race of the year at Daytona. Ty Dillon, who missed the Daytona 500 just 2 days prior to his second career win, he's now tied for the points lead. And Chris Buescher is second in points. Darrell Wallace, Elliott Sadler, and Kyle Larson. That is all with the pre-race news. And before we take you to the green flag, let's give you your full starting grid for today's race at Atlanta. Alright, we are going green this time by. Let's go through the field and show you some of the drivers who will be racing this afternoon. But before that, we had trouble. That is the number 10 of Tanner Berryhill. The 17 team is not here, and Berryhill picked up a ride at TrialStar for this weekend, and it's not gonna, looks like, start well for the 10 of Tanner Berryhill. Starting last is the two teammates, Mario Gosselin and Dexter Bean. Cody Ware is in the 13 this weekend. Alex Bowman driving that 36 with Tommy Baldwin Racing. Jed Burton driving the 29 for RAB Racing. That's pretty much some of the main news here at Atlanta as we are underway for the second race of the 2015 season. Now already making a bold move to the inside is that, oh man, we got some cars almost in the wall. That's Chris Buescher in the outside wall. As Kevin Harvick made it 3 wide right off the get-go, and now the 60 of Buescher falling back already outside the top 20. And there goes the 4 and the 0 to the two teammates of JD Motorsports, Ross Chastain and Harrison Rhodes. And Berryhill is coming off pit road, so he will be able to start the race. And old Armstrong got loose, almost went up into Townley. He did, and that opens up the door for Alex Bowman to get by. And out front, Denny Hamlin got away from Kevin Harvick. Kyle Larson up to 3rd. Now Regan Smith trying to get 4th away from Brian Scott, who's fighting on the outside of Larson in the 42. Then Ryan Blaney in the 22 this weekend. Keselowski drove this car at Daytona. Joe Logano will be back in his 22 next week at Las Vegas. Sam Hornick's driving the 98 for the Biaggi team. And all the trouble in the backstretch. Paul Menard, Eric Jones, and Chase Elliott around. And Menard came up the track and collects more drivers. Cody Ware, Eric McClure, Dexter Bean, Berryhill just came back on track. Mario Gosselin, Joey Gase involved, and they're still wrecking. Elliott just ran into Menard, who almost went upside down. A lot of damage here at Atlanta. So nobody really is going to have that much damage though. Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, and Kyle Larson in top 3. Let's see what happened to bring out the first caution in today's race. Alright, we are running along with Chase Elliott. They're coming off turn 2, and it looks like Elliott, the defending champion, is going to turn Eric Jones down into Menard. That's the one of Elliott Sadler who got on the apron to get by. Jones made slight contact with the nose of his car into the inside wall. Paul Menard came back up the track, and I believe I forgot to turn the damage thing on. That is why none of the cars are damaged, so that's my bad. Right there, David Starr ran right in the back of Paul Menard, Jeremy Clements, Cale Connolly, Jeffrey Earnhardt, McClure, Gase, Ware, Chastain, Cope, and this the 20 JJ Yelly in the outside wall. Tanner Berry here on the 10, who is a lap down. So it appears that everybody will not go behind the wall because nobody's got damaged, because I forgot to turn the damage feature on because my game restarted or reset or something, so my bad. That's good news for our drivers, though. Some of the drivers. Now we get Paul Menard, Chase Elliott, Eric Jones, 3 good cars, a chance to get back up there. Denny Hamlin, I almost said Kyle Busch. Denny Hamlin is in the lead. Harvick and Larson, the top 3. They're about to go back green after what started out as a 3-car spin off turn 2 and ended up as a real pileup in turn 3. We are back at Atlanta. All 40 cars are still on track though because of that feature problem I had with the damage and all. Anyway, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Brian Scott, and the 7 of Regan Smith, the top 5. Then Ryan Blaney, Ty Dillon, Sam Hornish Jr., Brendan Gaughan, and Ryan Reed. Ryan Sieg, Elliott Sadler, Daniel Suarez, Darrell Wallace, Alex Bowman, Dakota Armstrong, Jonas Townley, Landon Castle, Mike Bliss, and Blake Cook. Jay Burton 21st, Chris Buescher, JJ Yeley, David Starr, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Harrison Rhodes, Derek Cope, Cale Connolly, Mike Harmon, and Eric McClure. Eric Jones, Jeremy Clements, Joey Gase, Mario Gosselin, Dexter Bean, Chase Elliott, Cody Ware, Paul Menard, Ross Chastain, and Tanner Berry held up, we said, in the 10 car. He is 1 lap down. Back to green at Atlanta, and the 88 got a good jump in the 54 here. Went to the outside. Let's see if he can make anything happen down here in turn 1 and 2. He's going to have his hands full there as Larson and Scott on the bottom of the 88 of Harvick as they come off turn 2. And now Larson to the inside of Denny Hamlin. So he got loose though in turn 3. Harvick fighting back on the outside, and Hamlin will hang on to the race lead. This is Denny's first ever race job in his 54 car. And right now he's doing a very good job as he won the pole and now leading right now. Larson up in the second. But Harvick still fighting back. Back here outside the top 5, they're 3 wide. Brad Keselowski, Sam Hornish battling with Ryan Sieg, who about to turn Brendan Gaughan. This is right outside the top 10, I believe. A great run for Ryan Sieg, and a great run right now for the 36 of Alex Bowman. His first start with Tommy Baldwin Racing in this series. Bowman running the full Cup schedule, and will be running a limited schedule in this car in the Xfinity Series. Let's see where some of the drivers who were in that crash are right now currently running. Paul Menard is up, trying to get around Dexter Bean for 35th place. Chase Elliott's just now getting inside the top 30. And Eric Jones right now the highest mover right now, going by Cale Connolly and now Harrison Rhodes. Chris Busch is back here outside the top 15 after a lap 1 run-in with somebody. Went up almost, well, did hit the outside wall, but unfortunately was able to hang on. Right now, Hamlin and Harvick pulling away. And I'll tell you, a guy who's on the move is at 98 of Sam Hornish Jr. Finished runner-up in the championship back in 2013 to Austin Dillon. Hornish right now driving full-time with RPM. Is scheduled to drive this 98 car in 6 races this season, as this team is going to run full-time, hopefully. Eric Almirola will be in this car also There were some rumors that Stenhouse, Trevor Banning, even Greg Biffle, the race guys, could drive this car, 98 car, at a couple of races throughout the year. Also, that team is looking for some young faces. Right now, a young face we have in the series, Daniel Suarez, driving the Racers Toyota. Right now, currently running 12th. And how about Ryan Sieg trying to get inside the top 10? This is a great story out of a underfunded team that doesn't have the resources like Junior Motorsports and Joe Gibbs Racing. Right now, Kevin Harvick closing the gap on Denny Hamlin. Right now, one of the cars that really fell back is the 29 of Jed Burton. This 29 car finished second at third at Daytona with Justin Marks. Right now, Burton back here outside the top 30. They just being told that he might be going down a cylinder. Tough break for Jeb. He's running in the Cup race on Sunday. Alex Bowman now going by Elliott Sadler. Here's Chris Buescher, like we said, trying to fight his way back out of the front. Mike Bliss, the 19, Jeffrey Earnhardt, and now Eric Jones, who's now gotten back inside the top 20. Just got to run the 8 of Blake Cook, who's Chase Elliott, won by Jeremy Clements, and Paul Menard. He's only worked his way up in the 30th place. And the caution flag is out as Harvick was making a move for the lead. Apparently something's happened to the number 10 of Tanner Berryhill once again, as we are under caution for the second time today on lap number 16. Harvick, who almost got around not Busch, Denny Hamlin. And Berryhill brings out the caution. Let's see how it happened. A little bit of 4-wide gone bad. Really no room for this to happen in the trial right here. Looks like Ross Chastain turns the 10 of Berryhill around and takes out Chastain with him. Pretty good impact on the outside wall for the 4 Ross Chastain. And 10 of Berryhill is debut with TriStar Motorsports. Not really a good showing, but he has some speed this weekend. Not that bad in practice, and qualified. I don't really remember where he qualified, but here's some move coming off turn 4. Kevin Harvick made the move to the inside. And now we have pit stops going on. And this is the money stop. This is the stop that could break or make your race right now. And looks like Harvick is gone. And Eric Jones, the first car off pit road, looks like he might have just went with fuel only. And not a good stop at all for Denny Hamlin or Kyle Larson. Now Hamlin and Larson will go. A tough break for the 54 and the 42, but how about the 20 of Eric Jones, who gets out of here with the lead? Fuel only with the 20 of Jones. And he will be a leader when we go back green. We are going back green here with 14 to go. A driver who was involved in the first caution of the day in lap number 6. And Eric Jones, who is now out in front, has had a pretty strange day. And we have a lot of guys up front that might not have the speed to hang up there. Mike Bliss in 3rd place. Landon Castle. Ryan Sieg, but he has shown that he does have the speed. Jeffrey Earnhardt is 13th, having a great run right now, and Clements Cook inside the top 20. Denny Hamlin back in 23rd place, and Kyle Larson 25th, Chase Elliott 27th. A lot of good cars back here. Chris Buescher did not have a good stop. Paul Menard has even lost some spots, and Jed Burton has been on and off pit road. So mechanical trouble continues with the 29 car, and Eric Jones is blown up. Eric Jones blows up right when we go green. That will hand over the lead to Kevin Harvick. What a tough break for Jones. And how about Mike Bliss up here in the 19? Trying to make some noise, trying to get that 19 car up front, and trying to get some TV time. And Hornish nearly turned Ryan Sieg around. Now Regan Smith going by the 19 of Bliss, and there's a lot of stack up here with some cars who's not as fast. And Bliss is coming down pit road with Landon Castle. So apparently the 19 and the 01 must have a penalty or something. Or they just did not get enough fuel in the car. And Eric Jones, what a tough break for that 20 car. And the caution flag is out. Harrison Rose and Jeremy Clements as turn it around in turn 1. What a big stack up this is up front. Harvick, Smith, Reed, Ty Dillon, and Hornish and Sieg battling for 5th place. How about Jeffrey Earnhardt in 7th place? Brendan Gaughan, Alex Bowman, and JJ Yaley, who almost got turned by Denny Hamlin. Hamlin worked his way up all the way to 11th place, so that was a real good run for the 54. Crosses out the Harrison Rhodes. Let's see what happened. I don't know what stacked everybody up here in turn 3, but as you see, Harrison Rhodes just closed in a bunch of Jeremy Clements got slowed down by Blake Cook. Now here off turn 4, Rhodes is going to make contact. This is the same time when Bliss and Castle's coming down pit road. Let's see how it happens. Oh. Yeah, they all just got forced together in this. David Starr and Blake Cook, they also had some responsibility in that. Well, they all drive away, and Eric Jones, who blew an engine, possibly. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the 20 car. We'll get back to the green flag in just a moment. They are back, going green with 8 to go with Junior Motorsports 1-2. And we just got reported that it was a header issue that has taken the 20 car of Eric Jones out of the race. JJ Yaley, who was running 10th, is now a lap down as his went to pit road. Not sure what's going on with the 28. Right now, Barry Hill's 35th, 1 lap down. Mike Bliss lost a lap. Landon Castle, Joey Gase, and like we said, JJ Yaley as well. So Kevin Harvick, Regan Smith, Ryan Reed, Ty Dillon, and Sam Hornish. Then Sieg, Earnhardt, Gaughan, Bowman, and probably the fastest car back here, Denny Hamlin in 10th. Ryan Blaney, Brian Scott, Daniel Suarez, Dakota Armstrong, Darrell Wallace, Eric McClure, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Elliott Sadler, and Chris Buescher. Chastain, Menard, Starr, Townley, and Cale Conley are top 25. Nobody blows up coming to the line. That is a good thing. Coming down, 8 to go from Atlanta, Kevin Harvick gets us back underway in the 88. Ty Dillon to the inside of Ryan Reed for 3rd place. And Regan trying to hang with the 88 of Harvick. Hornish going with Ty Dillon and get around that 16. And Jeffrey Earnhardt's trying to get his career best driving this 55 car for Viva Motorsports. Team owner Jamie Dick, the owner of this car. There's Brendan Gaughan, Denny Hamlin trying to move up. Hamlin to the outside of Gaughan. Denny took 4 tires, but most drivers took 2 tires. Brian Scott, the outside pole center, moving up on the inside lane. Harvick's driven away from Regan Smith, but now Ty Dillon trying to get around the number 7. Ty Dillon won last week at Daytona. It was a really interesting weekend for Ty Dillon. Is on Thursday night, Ty missed the Daytona 500 after not making it through the Budweiser Duel, and then 2 days later, Ty Dillon wins the Alert Today Florida 300 at Daytona. Ryan Reed is up here trying to get a career best finish in that 16 car. Hamlin just by Earnhardt and Sieg right now. He is up to 6th place, but just running out of time to get up there to catch Kevin Harvick. Not just Harvick, but like Smith and Ty Dillon. Hamlin has a shot to get by Hornish, but that might be it. Well, yeah, I think so. Kevin Harvick has had success when it comes to racing at Atlanta. Ty Dillon won his first career truck race here back in 2013 or 2012. His first career win here after beating Ty. I think it was actually Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch. To be in fact, I think it was pit stops that got Ty the win. Now going after the 7 of Regan Smith. Hamlin's gotten around Hornets and has 3 more laps to try to at least chase down second place Ty Dillon and Regan Smith, who continues to battle. Now Earnhardt, right now running in 7th place, could be a career best for this 55 car, who has shown speed this weekend as well. Regan Smith fighting back on the outside. Harvick is just loving what he sees in his rearview mirror. And now we got some guys coming down pit road. That is David Starr and John Townley. JJ Yelly right now 2 laps down in that 28 car. And now Hamlin jogs by Smith, who's been passed by the 16 of Ryan Reed. This 54 is on the move, but not enough, I believe. And I give a call to this 33 of Paul Menard. How about Menard? What a rebound for this 33 team. Up here now inside 7th place. Earnhardt, Scott. Let's see. Smith, Hornets, Menard, Earnhardt, Scott. And right now Ryan Blaney, the last car inside the top 10. They could have Armstrong trying to get a top 10 with Brendan Gaughan, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and Alex Bowman in the top 15. Hamlin gets around Reed. 1 lap to go for Kevin Harvick in the 88. So as more cars come down pit road, Harvick continues to lead. He got the lead from pretty much off pit stops. Hamlin took forward. Harvick took 2 tires, and because Jones blew up, Harvick got by him on this restart. Never looked back. And to kick off the weekend, Kevin Harvick wins the race here at Atlanta. He wins the race here. Ty Dillon comes home second. First and second to kick off the year for Ty Dillon. Denny Hamlin, the best car here. Third, Ryan Reed and Regan Smith, the top 5. With Paul Menard, or actually Sam Hornets, Paul Menard, Jeffrey Earnhardt, 8th place. Brian Scott and Ryan Blaney. Armstrong, Gaughan, Elliott, Larson, and Bowman. Sadler, Wallace, Chastain, Burton, who came back to get 19th place, and Ryan Sieg. Suarez, 21st, not a good day for the 18 car. First Bush at 27th after finishing second at Daytona. This trouble pretty much began on lap number 1. Come back here, some guys came down pit road right at the last second. They include Derek Cope and Cody Ware. So Kevin Harvick, your winner here at Daytona. And here are your official results. Ty Dillon, Hamlin, the top 3. Then come back here. Blake Cook, 26th, the first quarter lap down. Moyle Geisler and Mike Harmon got good finishes. Top 25 finishes after they were able to stay out. And Eric Jones, the only car who did not finish the race, could have possibly had a shot to win the race after spinning early, but a header or engine, something in the engine blew up or erupted and cost the twin car a good finish here today at Atlanta. Early on tonight, we will see the NASCAR Xfinity Truck Series take the track after a week off from Daytona. And we will see for the truck race and also the cup race on Sunday. That is all here from Atlanta. Congrats to Kevin Harvick on the win here at Atlanta. Ty Dillon second, and we will see you for the Xfinity Series at Las Vegas next week.